Alright, welcome back. Where we last left off, Preisfelger said he's gonna test us to see if we're worthy of his help against Nidhogg. And to that end, we're gonna go in here and do a dungeon. This is where Ratatoskr used to live before she was betrayed and murdered. Cool about these enchanted fans is after they die, you can they still blow air and they can throw you up into the air. It's kind of fun. Wanted, you'd use it to go past these, but I still gotta kill them for the door to open. So. Guess they weren't gonna turn around and attack me. Oh, Chieftain Moglin is involved in the test. Making fun of our name, making us Mog. Whee! These stairs seem dangerous. No railing. We can take out these eggs before they hatch, then we won't have to fight what's in them. On the floor. Big ol' Pegasus. got some other moves he didn't get to do, where like he'll fly off and then come and like fly across the whole arena and like an unavoidable attack. Big ice attack. It's actually the only way to get across. Now it's time to fight Hraesvelgr himself. Which we do on a series of platforms. Where'd you go? Don't want to be caught in that. So that attack of his used to destroy platforms. And that move he just did, Diamond Dust, is actually one of Shiva's attacks. Guess we did good enough. Even bereft of an eye, my brood brother was a fearsome foe indeed. But having tasted thy strength firsthand, full well can I imagine how thou didst bring him low. The dread title of Azure Dragoon is no empty appellation. Very well. I shall trust in the seed of man at one last time. By thy deeds shall the flickering hope that lingereth yet within my heart be kindled anew, or extinguished forever. Where were you two? Your trial is ended well,
Your
then.
trial is ended as well, then.
Oh, he's talking. Yeah. Guess he's voiced.
Mine was brutal beyond reckoning. Vedfalnir seems ill-acquainted with the notion of mock battles.
That you yet stand is ready proof of your determination, mortals. Let us fight as allies then, and together banish my brood brother's vengeful shade. On my oath, the wrath that once was Nidhogg shall meet its end. This I swear on the memory of my beloved Shiva, and on the soul of lost Izael. Alright. Hello, Elfino. Oh, my poor ribs. Racevilker saw fit to pair me with Vidofnia, but her ferocity was such that I began to wonder if I hadn't simply imagined her injury. Yet my trial pales in significance into insignificance next to yours. How fared you in your duel with Racevilker? I fought him, and I won. I take from this that your battle was rather more involved than my own. Vedfalnir seemed largely concerned with how long he could keep me rolling into the dust. Between dodging snapping fangs and slashing claws, I scarce had time to aim a blow. Had he truly meant to harm me, of course, I would not be standing here. Plainly, his intent was to teach. His onslaught forced me to recall my training about the speed of a dragon, his balance, his blind spots. It was, in short, a very thorough lesson. Ow, Kupo! Asuka, let me begin by congratulating you on the completion of your trial. For one with a name more befitting a jester, you fight with the savagery of a rabid demon. Do you see how my wings are kinked? Even my palm aches. After this drubbing, I fear my loyal subjects will have to bear the load of my personal chores for quite some time, Kupo. Possibly indefinitely. What? When I told you about Asuka's trial, I didn't mean for the rest of us to suffer. That's triple shifts for you, Moghan. Triple? But that's not fair. There's no justice, Kupo. None at all. Ah, Moogles. What do you like?
Our negotiations proved rather more strenuous than I had anticipated, but the results seem well worth the effort.
The battle was indeed hard won. Thank you, my friends. I would never have earned Racevelga's cooperation had you not seen fit to grant me yours. 'Twas your stalwart heroism that moved the heart of the Great Worm at the last. Any gratitude I can offer is but poor reward for your continued service to Ishgard.
'Twould seem our final reckoning with the dread worm is at hand. I only wish we had some inkling as to when he means to strike.
Now, probably.
Oh, gods.
The cry heraldeth his coming. Nidhogg's shade has taken wing.
It has begun. We must away to Ishgard.
we must. An end to the song. Ishgard will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away. Know you then what this roar portendeth?
Aye. I must return to my city without delay.
That we shall lend you our wings. Let us meet with Nidhogg on the field of battle. Together bring an end to his wrathful song. Flying on dragons. It's gotta be cold up there, though. As if it's not cold anywhere in Ishgard.
Remember your training! We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns. Ugh. We must.
It's one heck of a shield. Not going well.
Reinforcements! By the Fury, that one is the size of Nidhogg. You are late, warrior of light.
Wherefore standest thou with these vermin, brother? Abandon this war, shade. The suffering thou sowest serveth no end. The traitor's progeny have learned of their forefathers' betrayal, and seek now to make amends with our kind. Never shall our grief be assuaged, nor our loss forgotten, but reconciliation may yet halt the spread of this plague of enmity. Forsake thy vengeance and be at peace. What soft-headed ramblings are these? Thy dalliance with that vile maid hath robbed thee of thy wits. Mayhap her cloying perfume hath made thee forget the stench of our brood sister's lifeblood. Thou darest speak thus of my beloved? Ah, so the flames of rage may yet be kindled. I feared thy heart's fire had long since gone out. But waste not thy fury on words, brother. Thou shalt have need of it for the battle. He can do telekinesis. Huh. Oh. That's gonna make things difficult for Hraesvelgr, missing a wing. Thou art weak, Hraesvelgr. A slithering worm who fawneth on the vermin who should rightly be his prey. For 1,000 years have I fought without cease, and thou didst think to prevail against me. Glory not in thy victory's shade. The battle is not won yet. My power and my hope I have entrusted to another. This is thine eye. What hast thou done? Fool, thou wouldst trust a mortal with thy strength. I know thee. 'Twas thou who didst intrude upon my lair, at best the half of me. But now I am whole. Naught in creation shall deny me my vengeance. Time to fight Nidhogg.
One soul's cry, a passion welling within. Sacrifice, a final plea to her king. Yet this bond, my treachery was broken. Words to the wind.
It's gonna take a lot of hits. Summoned Hells. definitely getting to the point where I'm not gonna be able to solo things anymore. Alright. Let's see what cutscene awaits us.
Estinian!
Is this to be mine end? Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg! Thou shalt die by my hand!
This is not your hand, worm!
Ugh.
Thou wilt obey!
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me, now, while I have the beast subdued! You waste your time. Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty!
No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
Children of the land. Truths that once rang clear. Two souls intertwined. One true love they did find, bringing light and heaven's need.
Undone by mortal will, with her now.
Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts. In the waxing gloom did wane the lover's moon.
Nobody said anything about ghosts.
Watching as their worlds drift apart. One soul's cry, a passion welling within. Sacrifice, a final plea to her kin.
Cast them into the abyss!
Yet this bond of hope by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
He lives. Ah, Estinian, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
Allow me to do this much, at least.
The Horde have sensed the fall of their master and scattered to the winds.
You have my gratitude, Hraesvelga. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
And our alliance hath served its purpose. Thou didst wield the power I granted thee well. 'Twas thine own skill and not mine eye which earned thee victory. I wish thy companion a swift recovery. Fare you well, children of man. So, we didn't give him back his eye. I'm wondering if we completely absorbed it.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than bear him home and wish him well, even as Hraesvelga did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
Through the haze of pain, I swear I sensed. But no, the past is done, and we must look to the future. At long last, Nidhogg is gone, his foul spirit cast out once and for all. I only pray that Estinian survives the ordeal. Heroes of the hour. Your battle with Nidhogg's shade will beget many an epic ballad, Ossifa. And rightly so. It was, without a doubt, one of your more epochal victories. Though I must admit, I took greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. And, not only for your own sake, had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would still be fused to Estinian's mail. Yet even with Nidhogg gone, I cannot help but wonder how much of our friend remains. Let us pay a visit to the seer and beg news of his condition. Okay. We can do that. Stand firm, Albert. Oscar, Master Alphino, my honored friends. As if winning Hraesvelga to our cause were not enough, you took it upon yourselves to rid us of his brood brother. I know not how to thank you. My own contribution is hardly noteworthy. The true saviors of the day were Oscar and Estinian. One triumphed over Nidhogg's shade through strength of arms, and the other through strength of will. And speaking of Estinian, what news of his recovery? The Azure Dragoon was conveyed to the infirmary, where he now resides, under the care of our hospitalier, Captain. I am told he has yet to regain consciousness. But as you know, Estinian's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient, and allow the process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you would do well to rest and recover from your own ordeals. But surely, Sir Emmerich is never long from Estinian's bedside, and will send word to the moment there are any developments. Now, if I have satisfied your concerns, I believe Lord Edmond and his sons are most eager to celebrate your return. Very well, First Commander. Come, Oscar. 'Twould seem that we are awaited at Fordham's Manor. The guy in the background is dressed like the Kevin Sorbo Hercules. Oh, dang it. I clicked the wrong one. I do that from time to time. Hey there. Wanna let me in? Thanks. Huh. Honorroy's got armor now too. I guess he's squiring.
The heroes of the hour return.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you. And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions. I had chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Oh, he's worried about his city.
Our master Alfino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, Warrior of Light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
Let us go visit the Azure Dragoon. He's kind of a Red Dragoon these days. Being all covered in Nidhogg's blood as he is. Hey, did Alphino come by? Asuka, my friend, what can I do for the savior of Ishgard? You seek Master Alphino? Ah, he came to relieve me of my vigil a short while ago. When he begged to sit at Estinian's side, I could not well refuse him. Though he would soon have fainted and admitted, the boy must be exhausted by Hraesvelgur's trial, and all that followed. Estinian is blessed to have such devoted comrades. Litany of Peace. My own friendship with Estinian began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knights. I learned his name soon enough, but Estinian barely registered my existence. I was less a fellow recruit and more a shadow which occasionally darkened his path. And so I might have remained had fate not seen fit to intervene. While out on patrol, our company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, as such life-threatening situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind, revenge for the death of his parents, and revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that in Alphino he sees something of his lost sibling. And in the ungentle chidings of Estinian, Alphino has found the elder brother he never had. Truth be told, Estinian's tactless observations have saved me from disaster more than once, and I can well understand Alphino's affection for him. He is a friend for whom I would gladly... Lord Commander, your presence is required in the infirmary. Uh-oh. Is he... Tell them I am on my way. There you are. Click. Quickly, Asuka. We must go to him. It's just telling me that several cutscenes will play in a row.
Estinian!
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgur to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. 'Tis an honor to share the mantle of Azure Dragoon with one such as you.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh.
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest. Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Yay, Justinian's gonna be
Following
okay.
the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emery called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. "'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons.
So they become England.
Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords.
Ha! He tried to get out of government, and they're like, nope, we're gonna vote you in.
Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace. The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an Azure Dragoon for a new age.
Look at the flowers for, Estinian. Oh, he's got his eye back. He must have given it back eventually.
Thus were the notes of the dragon song rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortemps, Heaven's Word. Ugh, he hand wrote them. Don't you have some sort of magical device to do that? Hello, Emmerich. I was gazing out at the sea of clouds in an all too rare moment of idleness, when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending her way towards the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Oscar. Nay, 'twas no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought respite from the pressures of office. And no sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state than I am burdened with a position of more permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters. Am I then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? And what strange jest is it that places me at its pinnacle, an archbishop's bastard at the head of the House of Lords? What can you do? But these questions are for me to answer. It is not in a man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience, and it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so must we reimagine Ishgard. It's that when it's EE together that's making me stumble. One carefully placed stone at a time. We must remember that it is not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for the men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundament of our legacy. Yes. I hear word from Captain Whitecape that Justinian has vanished from his sick room. His willfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend on your travels, pray assure him that I shall keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. Thank you, Oscar, and please, convey my warmest regards to Master Elfino. Where is Elfino? Vortemps Manor. Hello, Elfino. You spoke with Sir Emmerich, and I do not envy him his new position. Ishgard has chosen a new road, but one littered with the detritus of a thousand years of broken faith. Yet, though her people may stumble from time to time, I know of none better than Sir Emmerich to lead the march of progress. As for us, there remains the small matter of ushering in a new dawn in the shadow of inscrutable Ascian machinations, and a seemingly endless procession of primals. But we too must walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the footing. Who's that? Oh. It's one of Ardbert's friends. Thank you, Bloodhouse. Nay, you need not remind me there. We shall rendezvous at the usual place. No, you need not remain there. Wow. All is proceeding as expected, then. Aye, there is naught to concern us, aside from one overly curious mouse. This way. Him again. It is of no moment. They will play their part, and we will play ours. And thus did grey mists give way to azure skies. Man and dragon rise above, voices joined in song. But beneath shrouded boughs, beyond the scope of light, shadow stirs. Alright, so that is gonna be the end of that video. Right there. Went a little long, but it's fine. We wrapped up part of the story. And we will hit up the next bit when we come back.